We're standing at a crossroads where the future of our planet's protein production hangs in the balance. The alarming decline in global plant-based protein production is a ticking time bomb, threatening to leave millions without access to this essential nutrient. To understand the gravity of this situation, let's look at the numbers. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, global legume production, which is a staple source of plant-based protein, has been in decline since 2015. This year alone, over 2 million small-scale farmers lost their livelihoods due to dwindling legume yields. That's 1 in 3 farmers who rely on these crops for their income. But it's not just small-scale farmers who are feeling the pinch. Large-scale industrial farms are also struggling to meet demand. In the United States, soybean production, a key plant-based protein source, has declined by over 25% since its peak in 2014. Meanwhile, global soybean prices have risen by 50%, making it unaffordable for many low-income households. The causes of this decline are multifaceted. Climate change is altering weather patterns, leading to more frequent droughts and floods that devastate legume crops. Pests and diseases are also on the rise as warmer temperatures allow them to spread faster. But perhaps most worrying is the shift towards animal agriculture, which is becoming increasingly dependent on plant-based feed sources. This has led to a massive expansion of soybean and corn production, leaving little room for legumes. The consequences of this decline are far-reaching. Seabirds, for example, are being wiped out by plastic waste in the ocean. A staggering 73% of all seabirds are now affected, with over 8 million tons of plastic entering our oceans every year. This not only harms these iconic creatures, but also contaminates their food chain and threatens human health. The industry is also feeling the strain. The global protein market generates a whopping $1.30 trillion annually, with plant-based proteins accounting for over 40% of that total. But if we don't adapt to changing circumstances, this market could collapse, leaving millions without access to nutritious food. So what can be done? First and foremost, governments must invest in climate-resilient agriculture, providing support to small-scale farmers, and promoting sustainable practices like agroforestry and conservation agriculture. They must also implement policies to reduce meat consumption and promote plant-based diets. Innovative technologies are also on the horizon. Researchers are developing new crops that can thrive in challenging environments, and companies are working on more efficient protein production methods. For example, a recent study found that using precision agriculture techniques, farmers can increase legume yields by up to 30% odd. But these solutions won't be enough if we don't change our consumption habits. We need to rethink our relationship with food and adopt more sustainable patterns of production and consumption. This requires a cultural shift towards valuing plant-based proteins and recognizing their importance in maintaining human health. As we move forward, it's clear that the future of global plant-based protein production hangs in the balance. Will we rise to the challenge and create a more sustainable food system? Or will we succumb to the pressures of industrial agriculture? The clock is ticking. As we've witnessed, the alarming decline in global plant-based protein production is a stark warning sign that our world's protein security is under siege. The consequences of inaction are dire: widespread hunger, social unrest, and potentially even global instability. Yet, amidst this crisis, there's hope. By embracing sustainable agriculture practices, reducing food waste, and innovating new protein sources, we can mitigate the devastating effects of this decline. So I ask you, what will you do to help prevent a future where protein becomes a scarce resource? Will you choose plant-based options at your next meal? Support companies that prioritize sustainability? Demand change from your leaders? The power is in our hands. Let's work together to ensure a food-secure future for all.